Hello and welcome to the Wyrd Wayfinder, where I'm most definitely kind of weird, but I also help you find your way. So we're going a little bit old school. I gotta use my phone right now because I'm replacing my computer. It's all right though. We're making it work. I'm just rolling with it. I just feel the energy kind of running through me at the moment, and I'm just letting it happen, and we're going to see why that is happening and what is in it that the collective is meant to hear. So if you're finding this, there's something in this message for you. And I do try to leave the bookmarks and such in the description so that YouTube will bookmark it. You can skip around if you so choose to whatever section seems to scream your name. Anyway, let's see where we're going with this. I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like right now, I feel like something, and I don't know exactly what, and sorry if there's not much to see just yet if you're a visual person, but I feel like something is, you know what I'm gonna do? Sorry, this is, I don't edit none of this, so you're getting exactly what I'm doing right now. I feel like something is going to be breaking through sometime in the next few days. Okay? And I do a lot of writing, so I always have notebooks right here, and I'm just going to run with that for the moment. And I'm going to say, I want to say 3 days. For some of you, might be a little bit different, but I'm getting 3 as an important number here, okay? For some of you. It might be 4, might be 5, might be sometime in the next week, might be tomorrow. It might be a little bit different. Okay, so don't come back to me on day 2 or day 3 or day 5 and like, well, you said, okay, there's a bunch of you that are seeing this video. Although I feel like this is a very specific situation or message for some people, maybe not the entire collective. But if you'll know already if I'm saying to you that there's going to be a breakthrough in some sort of situation in your life. Doesn't matter what the situation is. If you know what it is, this is for you, okay? And I don't know where exactly this is going yet, other than that seems to be the first thing that really wants to come through. I feel like I'm, like it just, like it could be any second now, but the number 3 is happening here. And I feel like this is something that you've been waiting for a while. This was a long wait. I'm talking not the last few days, not, a week, probably at least a few months, possibly a few years for some of you. I don't know, but it feels like this has been building. You might even know what it is, and you're just waiting for it to happen, or you just need it to happen. You don't know exactly how it's going to happen or what it's going to look like, but you're like, this needs to happen. I know it's going to happen. I just don't know how. Okay. But I do feel like this is something that's been culminating, right, for a while. And I'm like on the edge of my seat right now. like I feel like it's going to happen like now. It's not going to be probably right this second, but soon, like so soon. It's going to be so sudden that you almost won't believe it's happening. Interesting. Like a tower moment of sorts, but like a good one. And I feel like after it starts, which is interesting because that's how that's coming in. After it starts, it leads to a whole unraveling is the word I'm getting, like a domino effect. Okay, like a series of events starts to occur because of this huge breakthrough. Now that could be, it feels like things come undone because that's what I'm getting, unraveling. So things are being taken out of your way that were blocking your path, probably for most of you, because that is the main message that I'm getting. For some of you, it's making way for the things you've been waiting for to come in. But I feel like a lot of you, this is like a brick wall falling apart. That is the imagery that I have going on in my head right now. The wall is just crumbling. Like crumbling is a good word. I feel like as soon as I said that, uh, that yes. So like as if you're staring at this brick wall right now and somebody just karate chops a giant punch right into the middle of it and it starts breaking, and then the rest of the bricks start crumbling down around it, right? And all of a sudden the path forward is clear. You know what I'm saying? And the path forward being clear in front of you could mean that it just removed the obstacles, so now you can move forward. But like again, it could be some of you gaining the things in your life that you needed to be able to move forward. So just throwing that out there. This is quite, it's a big deal. This is big deal energy. Like life changing energy. New path forward. I feel like this is the beginning of a new chapter in your life. And I feel like you've been wanting this. This is not like you're being forced into a new chapter, not being forced to turn the page on something that you've already been existing in. I feel like if that type of thing was meant to occur, it already has happened. Like something has already changed in your life that has forced you to change chapters. But I know now I'm getting like callbacks to some of my previous videos where like, I think the last one where I felt like y'all were in like this liminal space in between like an old version of you and a new version of you, right? And so like whatever was to happen that you probably didn't enjoy already happened. And now we're like waiting on this new beginning. This is that new beginning coming through. Okay, I'm getting like Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball in my head right now. And like it feels very impactful, but it does feel like it starts with one thing and then becomes like a series of events. So you know it might unravel or fall apart or crumble over a short period of time. So like not all in one day. It's not just like one thing. It's a series of things over a few days, a few weeks, whatever, that put together clears the way forward for you. I feel like this is coming soon. Okay, I'm trying to pull in more specific information, but the energy is so expansive, so heavy and expansive at the same time, which is not a normal combination because it almost doesn't make sense, but it does. The heavy is being removed with the expansion. Now, this is timeless because that's the intention I've been setting with all of my readings lately. However, we are in eclipse season at the time that I am doing this. There's an eclipse coming up in like, I don't know, a week or so. So that might be relevant to some of you. Pay attention to that. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, but that's kind of how this feels. It's kind of how you feel. I feel like you're all over the place. And it's like you don't know what the freak to do with yourself right now. You're just like in a space of like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start this new chapter, but I can't get there. So what do I do? Can I do something to bring it in faster? Can I do something to break down this wall? Can I should I be working on myself? Should I be meditating? Should I be cleaning my house? Like, what should I be doing? Like, I feel like you're so restless and you want to be doing something and you like just can't. Like, there's just nothing to do. And that's like the hardest thing in the world. That's the hardest part of all of this, is just trying to sit still and wait. Because I feel like it is not up to you to bring in this breakthrough. It's up to something else, somebody else, some other part of this situation. And the not being in control of it is driving you insane. And I'm sorry for that. I feel your suffering. I get it. But it's okay. I don't feel like you have to just necessarily like sit still and kumbaya yourself into this breakthrough, okay? Like I feel like that's not you. I know it's definitely not me. But I also feel like you can't push, like you can't force it through. So you have to kind of do something with yourself. But like It doesn't have to be anything. You don't have to do anything to make this happen. It's going to happen anyway. What do you want to do? You want this to be over with. I know. I know. I can hear you. You're like, I just want to move on. I'm ready to go. Can we just like get this breakthrough done yet and then just move forward? But what else can you do with this time? Can you organize something in your life? Can you work on envisioning what your new future is meant to look like? What do you want it to look like? Because that's a message from another reading. Do you know what you want? What are you expecting to be on the other side of this breakthrough? Have you taken the time to create like at least a mental vision board of what you want your life to be like once it comes? And don't be afraid to dream. Don't be like, oh, well, that's crazy. No, dream big right now. That is the energy of the world right now, of this universe right now. We are in this like sort of creative new beginning energy where like lots of things are falling apart so new things can come together. And so we're kind of in this newborn or even like egg phase where we can sort of shape our future, and it can be anything that we want. So don't be afraid to dream big. Okay? Don't limit yourself. Now is not the time. But like, what ways can you start changing your life in this moment to prepare yourself for what comes next, to prepare yourself for what's on the other side of this breakthrough, rather than just sitting there twiddling your thumbs and feeling like there's nothing you can do? Like, maybe there is things you can do to prepare. You can't force the breakthrough, but you can be more ready for it when it comes by embodying, or at least starting to embody the version of you that you want to be on the other side. That was a mouthful. Okay. I'm just going to say new chapter, new you. What do you want? Have the vision. Okay. All right, that's where we're starting. This is how my chaotic process kind of works sometimes, and I'm just sharing that with you. Now, I got some new cards. I got some Kipper cards, which get to be a little bit more specific as far as like people and things in your environment. I'm going to see if it will help me to pull in some of these loose ends that I feel floating around here. Interesting. We have thief. I don't know where my camera is, but like we have thief. Okay. And that leads me down this thought train where something about this breakthrough is returning something to you that somebody might have taken from you. Now that could be so many things. It can be literal money. It can be people. Somebody was removed from your life against your will. It could be your power. Maybe your power was taken from you, and now that's going to be returned to you at the other side of this breakthrough. And I'm kind of getting, again, we're back to some of the previous energy in the last few weeks where it feels like we are in this sort of karmic rebalancing phase. And I feel like there might be some justice occurring here. Maybe not for everybody, but that's the message I'm getting. So maybe for whoever's seeing this. But it does seem like you are being returned something that was taken from you on the other side of this breakthrough moment. Oh, shush. Okay. I have marriage. Huh. All right, well, I don't usually go there, but there could be somebody coming back in your life, maybe an ex, or maybe you had to separate from your spouse or significant other, and for reasons that were not by choice, were not because the relationship was necessarily over. And now that's being returned to you. That is so oddly specific, but it's there. So you might be getting remarried, you might be rekindling something, you might be coming back together after a long time apart. This could even be for some people who have spouses in like the armed forces that maybe were deployed for a while. There's probably a million other reasons why this could occur that would be very specific to your situation, so apply it as it fits. But because the thief is there, it does feel more so like against your will, against their will. It wasn't like a choice. You know, that's something for somebody. This might get a little spicy now. Interesting. We have pathway. It's like now, right, with this breakthrough, suddenly there's this path forward. Like I said, like now we can see how we can move forward. Now we can see how we can start rebuilding, how things can get better from here. Because look how bright it is on the other side of this. And there's all kinds of butterflies in that image, which is definitely giving me transformation vibes. Like things have changed, but like maybe you learned to fly together. That's a little metaphorical, but that's all right. Like maybe as you come back together, it doesn't necessarily have to be a spouse. It can be a best friend. It can be a partner. It can, you know, be something that you were married to, like a project or a business or something that just took up that much space in your life. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. But now the path is opening up for you and your things have changed, but in a good way, in a way that actually allows you to fly, allows you to be even better than before. So there is a return here of something, and something that's maybe been sleeping for a while, because now I'm getting visuals of the butterflies in cocoons. And it's like you had to, there might have been a healing phase recently for you or for whoever else is involved in this. And you were kind of in a hermit mode for a bit, recovering from things, and now it's time to expand. Okay, we have child. I have not used these before in a reading like this, so this is getting really interesting. Okay, so now I can't ignore the fact that it looks like some of you might not only be returning to your marriage or even getting married for the first time, but it's, if you are getting married soon, you could be on the path to having children. Just saying. If you were in a scenario where you were separated from your children, this could be they're on the path home to you. And I love that for you if that is the case. And like this feels really tragic. It feels like a really tragic story with this thief in the beginning, like this was stolen from you, but now it's being returned. And I'm not going to dig too far into that because I feel like that's a really, really painful situation that you're recovering from. But the good news is that is what's coming through on the other side of this breakthrough. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Like, what even? What even? All right, I wiped it clean there. We're gonna go down a different path because I just feel like that one is too sensitive. If that's for you and it resonates with you, fantastic. You'll know that, and you'll know the good news is coming your way. What else is going on with this breakthrough? Woo! Just drop like half the deck. All right, no, hold on. Okay, now we have main male. Now this could be anything right now. And with that being the number one card, it also reminds me of the Magician. But it could also just be the main character. It could be you, could be a significant male figure in your life, could be your boss. We don't know where this is going just yet. What does this have to do with the breakthrough? Family room. Interesting. Okay. So there does seem to be, no matter which trail I follow here, something to do with family. This breakthrough has to do with people that you care about, people that you would consider family. Could be your significant other, could be your children, could be your extended family. It doesn't seem to matter. Just you and your family. There's a breakthrough here. So if you've also been like maybe estranged from your family for a little while because you've been in, you know, having some disagreements or such, it seems like this breakthrough has something to do with that. I do get the feeling that some of you, this is you actually going to be disconnecting yourselves from some of your family that have been holding you back. They might actually have been the obstacle. And for some of you, a relationship you're in could be the obstacle, and it would be, maybe it's ended recently, because I do feel like that whatever fell apart has already happened, and this breakthrough is the moving forward into something new part. So if this was a disconnection of a relationship, I feel like that already happened. Now we have the mature man. Okay. Do we have like a love triangle going on here? I don't think so, but what I am feeling like is if you were separated, this would be a new person coming in. This could also be daddy issues, just saying. I don't think that's what we're at right now. I think we're deeper than that. But I feel like whoever's coming in now is wiser. They could be older and wiser. They don't have to be. They can just be wiser, more emotionally mature, more emotionally stable, more financially stable. This could be, for some of you, this is a job. And I know that's weird because of what we're looking at right here, but I do feel like for some of you, this is a job, and you're going from like maybe like an entry-level job to a more mature job that is more like career-oriented towards what you want. You might be even getting a mentor in the field that you're leaning towards. And it's a place that possibly feels like family, but now the way I'm seeing this room particularly looks like kind of like an office, looks like a lawyer's office or something, but like it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying that that's where my vibe just shifted to. That's for somebody. This is something you've been thinking about for a while. We have thoughts. And it could also be somebody that's been thinking about you, because he looks like he is thinking about the person that's in this picture. And that could be you. It could be a future love. It could be your future boss. Like you caught his eye. He wants to hire you. One of those two situations is happening here. There's a lot of men here. There's a lot of men here. I don't know what's going on with that exactly. I don't think it necessarily means that there's a lot of men in your life. But that does mean that there's a lot of masculine energy going on, as in taking action, doing things, getting things done, pursuing what you want, not just thinking about it. Maybe this is all stuff you've been thinking about, and now it's time to take action on it, because the masculine energy is the doing, right? It's the taking action, not just planning it, right? Not just receiving. You're putting energy outward and not so much inward. So if you've been in hermit mode for a while, this is like it's time to actually get moving. It's time to actually do something about it on the other side of this breakthrough. It could be because I did feel like this breakthrough isn't our doing. It's other people or other things in our environment. This could be the things in our environment that are making decisions that are actually causing this breakthrough to happen. And maybe this is something they've been thinking about for a while. It could, and those could be either, you know, men making those decisions, men in your life, or just a very masculine energy type person. It doesn't have to be a man. It could be somebody in a position of authority, because that's the mature man that it kind of gives me that vibe, you know, that is really And the whole thing, this whole breakthrough, it would feel like affects your family in some way, shape, or form. And I did say that this was a life-changing breakthrough, so it makes sense that it would affect your family. Okay. I'm going to switch cards now. What do I want? Spirit, what deck do I want? Interesting. We have Feast of Plenty, and it says choices and their consequences. I hope this is centered-ish. Okay, so interesting. I don't feel like the choices were made by you. Okay, I feel like whatever happened for most of you at least were things that seemed to be controlled by other people, and you were like, this is unfair, this is like, it's ruining my life, or it did ruin your life, or it did break up your relationship, or it did cause you to have to switch jobs, something like that. And now you're like, what the heck? But now the consequences of that are coming through, not necessarily for you, but for them. And in the positive sense, like, yeah, those choices were made, those decisions were made. You left that job, you left that relationship, you moved, like whoever it was left you, whatever happened. But the consequences for you are positive. You get the job that you've been waiting for. You get this opportunity of a lifetime. You meet the person that you've always been meant to find. You find your best friend. Like, you move to a location that you absolutely fall in love with. Like, your consequences are coming in positive. And anybody that influenced this situation with not authentic intentions, I don't even want to say good or bad, just not authentic intentions, not a lot of clarity, is going to see the consequences of their own actions. And I feel like that's important to say for some of you, because I do feel like some of you are seeking some sort of like justice, some sort of wrong to be righted. And you might not see it, you might see it, but it's going to happen. Tidy house. Interesting. That does give me, it says clarity and organization, right? I do feel like things are falling into place. Like, the things that need to be cleared are being cleared, and the things that are meant to fall into place are falling into place. I feel like if there has been questions or fogginess around the situation because you're in this kind of like in-between space, you don't know where to go next or how to open the next chapter of your life, how to close this one, like, we're getting clarity. The clarity that was in your way. The things that were unknown are becoming known, and all of that is allowing you to move forward, allowing you to break through this obstacle that's been preventing you from being able to move on. Clarity is coming through, and now you're going to be able to see the truth, see what happened, and make sense of it, and finally be able to move forward. I almost feel like that's the most important thing I've said so far. And then I have the farther gate. Yeah, the bold step forward. Exactly. So clarity is coming. I think that's the most important thing, and I'm going to stop pulling cards because that clicked through clear for me. That's the most important thing with this breakthrough, is that clarity is coming around whatever situation this was for you, and that clarity is what brings this breakthrough and allows you to truly finally move forward. And I think you are fumbling around in this liminal space right now, and you're restless and you're ready to go. And I think you feel restless because this breakthrough is right there. And part of this is like, you just need to hold on just a few more days, just a little tiny little bit longer. You can do this. All right, so let me know if this resonates with you. If you feel like sharing your situation in the comments, you can go ahead and do that. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to know what's resonating with you, especially around those Kipper cards, because that was interesting. I haven't used those here yet. Yeah, so prepare for this breakthrough, guys. Let me know if you're feeling it too. And I will be back as soon as I feel called to be back. Until next time, see you then. Stay weird.